Alright, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron, and today I wanted to do a little deep dive of Brandon Aiyuk, man. I think no one's put any respect on his name. We got Deebo Samuel, who got hurt a couple weeks ago, Jalen Hurd, who just tore his ACL yesterday, and I feel bad for those injuries, but I think Brandon Aiyuk, his value isn't being treated fairly because of these circumstances. So I wanted to do a little breakdown of who he was in college and what I think he looks like, what I think he's going to look like in year one. Before I get into that, make sure you go down below, subscribe, leave a like, comment. Let me know what the fuck's going on, man. I'm gonna be having content coming out from now until week one, probably 3-4 times a week. So make sure you stay tuned, and let's not waste any more of my time. Let's not waste any more of your time. Let's go.
I know I'm critical. My nitty bag, my kitty boots. I got the juice. I got.
All right. Now the main thing with Brandon Aiyuk is I don't understand why the fuck nobody's talking about this guy. He was a first-round pick. Deebo Samuel, he gets hurt. ADP doesn't fucking budge. Jalen Hurd, he gets hurt. ADP doesn't budge. The ADP has stayed the same or has increased very slightly since these injuries, but this is a first-round pick getting just yossed into the wide receiver one chair on day one. This is a rare opportunity because I think in most cases, if there wasn't COVID going around, you got a lot of hearsay, you got training camp that's not even in person. There's not a ton of buzz, and people are kind of weird about the fantasy season right now. So you don't see ADPs really going too far or too down. And I think this creates a rare opportunity where we're getting an absolute steal on Brandon Aiyuk at wide receiver 52 in high stakes leagues. And he's even going at wide receiver 62 at Yahoo. So this guy is going at a free price. I have him at wide receiver 40. And I think to understand why I'm so much higher, we have to zoom out. And we got to look at what this guy did in college, man. Aiyuk started at Sierra Junior College. His freshman year, there's no stats for it, so I only got to see the sophomore year. He put up 60 catches for 960 yards and 14 touchdowns, and he returned 3 special teams touchdowns, and he was an All-American as a sophomore. Now, I have no clue what he did his freshman year. The community college stats are kind of who really knows what the hell's going on. There's probably only one guy keeping a game log there, and who knows if he's even watching the whole thing. But at the end of the day, super impressive that he did that, and then he transfers to Arizona State. Now, the problem is this is probably the main hole in his profile from a college standpoint and what he is as a stud. So him and N'Keal Harry were the same age, and N'Keal Harry went crazy that season, was a first-round pick, but Aiyuk only put up 33 for 474 and 3 touchdowns. So he had to stay another year. He couldn't declare like N'Keal Harry. He didn't put up good enough stats. So this is concerning, but here's the thing. Aiyuk was only there for 1 year. Harry didn't go he didn't do insane his freshman year. You know what I'm saying? Aiyuk had to go there, learn the playbook. He had to really come in. That was honestly more of a freshman year. And some players do perform that freshman year, but those are just like the phenoms, like the super stud receivers. We know Aiyuk is not CeeDee Lamb, Julio Jones, AJ Green. We know he's not that, but I'm saying that he can be an AJ Brown, Deebo Samuel level prospect and do really well in the league. Now you fast forward to his senior season, and in 12 games he puts up 65 catches for 1192 and 8 touchdowns. That stat line was on top of Aiyuk leading the 2020 wide receiver class in yards after the catch. He averaged 10.9 yards after the catch per reception, dude. That's insane. That means you just give him a little fucking bubble screen and he's taking it for a first down. A guy that can produce like that after the catch is super value in fantasy because we know. Yo, let me turn off the fucking volume on my computer. But look, hey, he averaged 10.9 yards per catch, and that's valuable as a rookie because that means he doesn't need a shit ton of targets to be productive. We saw that in college, but he played in the Pac-12. Is that really what his profile looks like? So let's look out. Let's zoom out and let's look at what he did in college from an analytics perspective, and we got to look at his workout metrics. So when you look at that, he was above average with the 82nd percentile college dominator rating, the 87th percentile yards per reception, and the 70th percentile target share. He had fine, like above or like average athleticism, but his burst score, that's what's important. The 92nd percentile burst score. He can get a low target volume, and his high burst will give him that yak in the NFL, and that's why he's best comparable to Victor Cruz, man. Victor Cruz, he's known for being that yard to the catch monster. I think Aiyuk is going to be like Deebo Samuel, AJ Brown, and like I said, I love the Victor Cruz player comparison. I think he has like a fucking 99-yard touchdown versus the Jets, man. That was a tough watch, but that's because Victor Cruz, he has a yard to the catch ability, and Aiyuk is one of those guys, which is so valuable as a rookie. We know Brandon Aiyuk, he's a stud, first-round wide receiver, and he's a yak monster, Victor Cruz, Deebo Samuel type player. So what does his situation look like in year one? Well, he gets drafted to the 49ers at 25th overall, and I think this is a guy that Shanahan really likes for his offense. He traded up from 31. And Shanahan, he's not fucking around on the X's and O's, man. If he drafts you, it's because he really likes you, man. He's not going to just take the best player available. He takes the guys that he thinks he can use in his scheme. And Brandon Aiyuk has such a close skill set to Debo. I think that he gets a lot of looks on day one. The yak type of receiver is somebody that Kyle Shanahan loves. Debo Samuel and George Kittle were both top 5 in yards after the catch per reception last year, and those are among all skill position players. So that's super impressive for Kittle. Debo Samuel was a rookie, and now you have Aiyuk, who has a super similar play style. He's going to fill in for Debo Samuel on week 1, and we don't know what's going on with lower body injuries, man. That could nag Debo Samuel. He could be out weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and then even unlimited snaps. So I think this is a great opportunity for Aiyuk. You have Jalen Hurd, who he just got hurt, which fucking sucks, man. I wanted to hop on that Hurd train hard. I was going to make a video about him, and that sucks. But I think Aiyuk is going to be really good in this role, and Kyle Shanahan's already putting stock into that. He's already going to have plenty of Roto World blurbs out. So I'm saying, if you're doing drafts right now, if you can grab him in Dynasty, this is when you want to get him right now, because there's going to be more hype coming out. Kyle Shanahan already said Aiyuk is farther ahead than a lot of rookies and have this big Roto World blurb. Everybody's going to start catching on to Brandon Aiyuk, and I'm telling you guys early, this is a guy that you want in your leagues. Shanahan's going to play him early. Now, here's the crazy part about Aiyuk being the wide receiver 1 in week 1. Debo Samuel last year wasn't the wide receiver 1 until Emmanuel Sanders left. He was competing with Sanders for targets, and it took Sanders to leave before Debo Samuel could produce. But now Aiyuk comes in as wide receiver 1. It's Kittle, and then it's Aiyuk. It's not Kittle, Sanders, Aiyuk. So because there's no one in front of him, and I don't see Kendrick Bourne taking that slot, I think Aiyuk is going to be in line for wide receiver 1 level volume until Debo Samuel comes back. And he can even earn more volume when Debo Samuel comes back. So when you factor in all of these things, him being wide receiver 1 in line for all these targets, and you're getting all of that at wide receiver 52, you're getting the wide receiver 1 in the Niners offense. I love that value. I'm taking him around like where Henry Ruggs is going, right around where the rookie wide receivers are going. I like him at wide receiver 40, after like Marvin Jones, Deontay Johnson, like that tier of wide receivers. So he's a great bench stash, and he's somebody that can end up winning leagues like Terry McLaurin and A.J. Brown and Debo Samuel last year. So I think he's a great dart throw, and I just feel like I had to come out today and talk about it because I think that everybody's sleeping on him right now. All right, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Go down below, subscribe, leave a like, comment. As always, we're going to have plenty of content out on this channel. If you got any recommendations for videos, any players you want me to go over, whatever, man. If you just want to say what the fuck's good, go down below, leave a comment, man. And as always, follow my Twitter at @RonStewart_, and I'll see you guys next time.